Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I am finally returning to you for the last part for Best Songs of 2022 Part 4 video. This should be the last one. I will mention honorable mentions, which there's like 3 or 4 honorable mentions for songs this year that came out. Maybe 5 at the most, but other than that, yeah, we're gonna get started with this uh, continuation for Best Songs of 2022 for Part 4 video. So I'm going to discuss from 9 to 1, along with honorable mentions, of course, what the best songs of 2022 are, and for the top 10, of course, and all the way to top 5 as well, and let you know my thoughts on each song and what I thought of them. So let's dive into number 9, which is Currents Vengeance. I just heard this song today, and I love this track from start to finish. Brian's vocals, his screaming vocals in this are really good in my opinion, and the guitar work and drum work in it is pretty fast paced, and it sounds really good for what it's going for. So, great track from Currents, and definitely can't wait to see what they offer for 2023 if it's a new album or EP, depending on what they decide to release, of course. So, it's a pretty good song. So, number 9 is Currents with Vengeance. Number 8 is Sleeping with Sirens with featuring Spencer Chamberlain. The song's called Crosses. Sorry, the video's freezing and lagging for a bit. I apologize for that. On my end, it's freezing and lagging. Basically, Crosses by Spencer Chamberlain. I meant Sleeping with Sirens, featuring Spencer Chamberlain. The song Crosses is a pretty good song. Really enjoyed this one. Kellen Quinn's scream vocals in it are great, along with his clean sings from time to time. Sounds really good in my opinion, and this song executed pretty well so far. So yeah, and Spencer Chamberlain's screaming vocals in it are pretty good. The bridge part is the best part of the song. It goes really hard with the scream vocals from both Kellen Quinn and Spencer Chamberlain. And I do own the new album, Complete Collapse, but unfortunately, the CD thing to hold it in place, the pieces broke off from it when I got it from the mail from Amazon, and I was like, damn. It's like I spent like $13 for this album, and it came a little damaged. Well, the case, of course, came damaged, not the CD. So that's a good thing. So at number 8, I picked Sleeping with Sirens Crosses featuring Spencer Chamberlain. I had to switch it because In Flames didn't make The Great Deceiver didn't make this cut, but you'll be seeing it in my honorable mentions, so that's going to be the first one I'll mention. So, yeah. Number 7 is Dayseeker Without Me. Great song in my opinion. I really love this track from start to finish. Sounds really good overall. Rory Rodriguez's vocals in it are amazing in my opinion. And his How Do You Feel lyric towards the end of the song, when it gets close to the closing part of this track, it sounds really good with his vocal range. And the chorus is the best part of the song. And his falsetto, How Do You Feel the Same, with that loud falsetto voice, sounds really good. And the mixing and production in this song is pretty good. There is electronics along with the guitars and drum work, but it sounds really good overall. Lyrically, it's great. Melody wise, it's amazing, and I really love this track. It's unfortunate it didn't make it in my top 5, but it's still a great track. So at number 7 is Dayseeker Without Me. Number 6 is Lady Gaga with Hold My Hand. Now, you know this was going to be on my best songs of 2022. This was one of the best tracks off the Top Gun Maverick movie, and it was really good. So I really enjoyed this track, and sorry I hit my knuckle on the table or whatever where I'm doing my videos. So basically, Lady Gaga's voice goes from one high to the next high, and it just impresses me throughout the whole song. So this track was mind-blowingly great and such a great song in my opinion. So at number 6 is Lady Gaga with Hold My Hand. Number 5 is Motionless in White. with Cyberhex featuring Lindsay Schoolcraft. Sorry about the ding again. My phone's being a little dildo, honestly. So, yeah, basically this track was really good. The breakdowns are great in this song from Chris Motionless, and just the execution of the track with the electronic synths and the heavy, fast-paced drum work and guitar work is really good. I really enjoyed it. There is a lot of electronic synths in this song, but it does really well in my opinion. So good job on this track, Motionless in White and Lindsay Schoolcraft. Really enjoyed it. And actually, Lindsay Schoolcraft commented on my video saying thank you. And I said no problem. I was like, yeah, it was a pretty good song in my opinion. So yeah, and I own the new album, of course, scoring the end of the world. So yeah, I got it for a good price. So I had to get it last month, of course, but it took me a little bit to get my hands on it, but I got it, of course. So yeah, and number 5 is Motionless in White with Cyberhex featuring Lindsay Schoolcraft. Number 4 is Nothing More with Turn It Up Like Stand in the Fire. This was always going to be on. This song was meant to be on my best songs for sure, because it is one of the best tracks that I've heard this year. Because it had to make it in my top 5, and it was worth making it in my top 5. There's another one that's at number 3 that you guys are going to appreciate and probably say is your number 1, but yeah, there's another one that made number 1, of course. So basically, Nothing More did very good on this track. Johnny's vocals and his scream vocals from time to time are great in this track, and just the aggression and the synth wise of the track with the electronic synths and the drum work and guitar work is amazing in this song. So I really love this song sonically, and execution wise it did very well, and Johnny's vocals were pretty good in this track. So at number 4 is Nothing More with Turn It Up Like Stand in the Fire. I like how the song starts. It starts really good, and then the turn it up like kind of thing where it goes crazy. This is a pretty wild song for sure, so you're in for a pretty hectic song, but it does very well. Number 3 is Starset Waiting on the Sky to Change featuring Breaking Benjamin. This was the one that most people are going to say is their number 1 best song of the year and all that. It technically would have been, but it is in my top 5. But there's something else that made best song of the year and proved to be a really good song as time passed and all that. So basically, Starset Waiting on the Sky to Change featuring Breaking Benjamin was a really good track. I was impressed with this song, and this track did very well, in my personal opinion. And there were some moments with the electronic synths I wasn't sure if I was on board with, but I saw. So this was a really amazing song. Technically, this would be everyone's number 1 song of the year, but there's something better that's they redeemed themselves and put out the best song of the year, of course, in my personal opinion. So at number 3 is Starset with Waiting on the Sky to Change featuring Breaking Benjamin. Both Dustin and Benjamin Burnley's vocals and Ben's vocals, I meant to say, are sounding really good, harmonizing together. So yeah. Number 2 is Make Them Suffer Doom Switch. This had to be close to the best song of 2022 because it is a heavy slash metalcore track slash deathcore and some electronic synths through time to time. They do more progressive metalcore and deathcore stuff now, but it sounds really good with what they go for, and I really love this track. They have a new keyboardist. It's not Buka this time, so it's somebody else, of course, and she sounds pretty good. She does some screaming from time to time, and it sounds really good. So I'm really digging this track, and I've returned to this track so many times, so it's well worth being in the top 5. So at number 2 is Make Them Suffer with Doom Switch. Alright, now I'm going to mention some honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is In Flames, The Great Deceiver. I wish this would have been in my top 10 list and all that, but it didn't make it, unfortunately. But it still was a great track. So they did a good job. Second mention is Underoath. What was the song name? I'll have to look into it real quick. It's Underoath. I'm pretty sure I'm out of luck and have no friends. That was the song I was thinking of. So please forgive me if I just did kind of thing. I was just trying to think of the song, of course. But yeah, that's the second honorable mention. I really love this track. The mixing is well done, and just how it sounds overall, it's pretty good. So yeah, that's the second honorable mention. The third honorable mention is Motionless in White, Scoring the End of the World. Pretty good song in my opinion, and I really love this track. So yeah, it had to be the third honorable mention. The fourth honorable mention is Silverstein with Slow Motion featuring Mike Renica. Great track in my opinion, and yeah, pretty good song. I like the mixing in the track, and just the execution and how the song's delivering did very good. So pretty good song. And the final honorable mention uh, is going to be Wolves at the Gate, Peace That Starts the War. Pretty good song for sure. I wish it would have been in the list for sure, but it did very well for what it went for. So yeah, you gotta check this song out. Sorry about the background noise and all that. Some guy racing down the street or whatever. Fucking idiots, honestly. So yeah, that's just my opinion. But still, Peace That Starts the War made it in the fifth honorable mention by Wolves at the Gate. And finally, at number one, drum roll please. A Day to Remember, Miracle. This had to be the best song of the year in my opinion. I really love this track. This is a song I've come back to so much, and technically it would be Starset Waiting on the Sky to Change, but that was not a song I really listened to all that much, even though I did listen to it more often and had to be in the top 5. This one became my personal favorite song of the year. So, congratulations, Day to Remember. You made Song of the Year, in my opinion, and on my list, of course, because I had to put you at number 1 because this song was amazing. Much better than the You're Welcome album. And hopefully they can keep going in this direction with their music. And for 2023, of course. So we'll just wait and see how 2023 does for Day to Remember if they put out another album, of course. But yeah, number 1 was A Day to Remember, Miracle. I love Jeremy McKinnon's vocals in this track. It's really good in my opinion, and just the execution of this song really packed a punch, and the breakdown with the stronger part, My Will is Stronger lyric and all that, that breakdown goes hard for sure. And Jeremy's vocals in the chorus is amazing in my opinion. So, yep, had to be number 1 song of the year. And congratulations, Day to Remember. In my list, you made Song of the Year for Best Songs of 2022. That is going to be it for the Best Songs of 2022, guys. I hope you enjoyed all parts of Best Songs of 2022. There was a long list for sure, but I got done with it. There was going to be a longer list, like over 120 songs and all that, and I was like, fuck that. I'm like, I'm going to break it down to half of it, to like 60 or so. So basically, yeah, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Best Songs of 2022 parts 1 through 4 if you enjoyed these parts for each video, and if you did enjoy parts 1 to 4 for Best Songs of 2022, the official video, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. On my end, the video is lagging a bit, but hopefully it's working on your end. You'll just have to let me know if it's working, or I'll just test it out before I upload it, of course. But until then, stay safe, guys. Take care. I will be getting to the Wednesday show pretty soon. And yeah, I thank you guys for watching I really appreciate you guys watching the best songs of 2022 videos for parts 1 to 4. I really worked hard to make it as good as possible, even though I changed up a few songs during the list. There were some songs I didn't want to be deemable in my list and all that, so I had to mention 5 honorable mentions, so hopefully those were good honorable mentions in my opinion. But until then, stay safe, take care guys, and as always, I will see you in my next review.